So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. I really appreciate having you here. Now today's video is a follow-up on my 5 things series. I had the video, the 5 things I hate about the Honda GROM, so check that out. I'll leave the link in the description below, and I'll put one of those card things somewhere on the screen so it'll drop down at some point during this video. But that means that this video today is the 5 things I love about my Honda GROM. Right, as per the other videos, in the top 5 things, these are in no particular order. You can agree, you can disagree, you can leave your comments in the comments section below. That is always welcome. Tell me the things you love about the Honda GROM. Drop a little note in the comments section below. I say this is in no particular order, but when I get to the top one, number 5, because I'm going to go 1 to 5, number 5 is actually the top one for me, and the reason why I bought the GROM, the main reason why I love this little thing. So let's crack on with number 1 in the list. And number 1 is the size of this thing. I love the size of this thing. It's so cute, it's so tiny, it is so it's small. We all know it's small, but it's a lovely small. It's just, oh, everybody loves it. Everybody loves the size of it. Small is beautiful. And with it being so small, it makes it easy to park. You can park it just about anywhere. I could park it on that bollard there. Just stand it on its back wheel and just leave it. Alright, I can't do that. That's just a bit of an exaggeration. But you can generally find the smallest gap and just park it down there. The only thing you have to be careful of is if you park it behind someone, they might just reverse over it. So a little bit wary about that. But you can just basically take it anywhere and do anything on it. It's tiny. It's like, yeah. I mean, I'm going to show you how tiny it is. And let's have a little look at it. I mean, I'm sure you all know what a GROM looks like. But just look at it. It's fantastic. You can't help but love that bike. I mean, it's tiny. I mean, look, it's only that big. I could leave that there. It's so small, it's just not offensive. People can come down this lane and they go, oh look, there's a cute little bike there. Yeah, if I left the big bike here, they'd be like, get out of the way. But there you go, number 1, the size. It's small, but perfectly formed. Number 2 is cost of ownership. And this thing cost absolutely nothing to run. It's basically free. Well, it's not really. You have to pay for the bike, the fuel and everything. But what I'm trying to get at, it is very, very cheap. I put in about £5 of fuel every 110 miles. Honda claim that this bike will do 185 miles to the gallon. Yes, you heard that correct. 185 miles to the gallon. Now, I'm not going to get that. I mean, nobody's going to get that. That's ridiculous. What with all the aftermarket parts I've got on here, the size of me and everything else, there's no way I'm getting to 185, but it's well over 100 miles to the gallon I'm getting. It's only got a tiny little tank, a 5-litre tank, just over 5 litres I believe, but at a push I can get 120 to 130 miles out of that, which is not bad. So it means I don't have to fill up that often, and because I'm only using it on short journeys, I rarely have to fill up at all, once a month if that. And also everything else on it is cheap servicing, tyres, bits, bobs, accessories, everything is dirt cheap on this bike. I do all the servicing myself, which is really easy on this bike. So if you are a little bit scared of home services, don't be on this bike. It is so cheap and accessible and easy to get on with. I mean, if you do break a bit, it probably costs about £2 to replace most of it. So that's my number 2, frugality and cost of ownership. And number 3 is the weight of it. Being so small, being a 125 and being very, very tiny, is very light, which means it's really easy to maneuver. And I mean really easy, especially in the garage and small turnaround places and things like that. I mean, I've been known to pick this bike up and turn it around on the spot. I can actually lift it up, just keep the front wheel on the ground, just maneuver the back round. So it's very easy for that. I'll show you when I get a bit of space. I mean, look. This is how light it is. I can pick it up, just manoeuvre it. Oh, it's brilliant at that. It also means out and about on the road it's really light. If you were to drop it, have a spill, because I'm guessing quite a few new riders as well as idiots like me are buying the GROM, and eventually it's probably going to fall over. So it's nice to have a bike that anyone can pick up. I mean, you could basically just wheel this bike up with your mind power. You don't even have to lift it up, you just have to use Jedi forces. Right, I'm going to demonstrate now. Look, I wouldn't advise you do this with your bike. Let's turn it off. But just imagine this happens. Oh no, I've fallen off my bike. How do I pick it up? This is how you pick it up. It's that easy. You go. See? Anyone can pick it up. Even people with no strength. Good, no damage. And if I did, how much would it cost me? That's right, £2. And number 4 on the list is customization, accessories. This bike is so easy to customize, so easy to get accessories for. They're not expensive, and a lot of them are just bolt-on stuff, and you can customize it and make it look your own for not a lot of money, basically. Again, I'm going to pull over it in a minute and I'm going to show you around the bike some of the little things that I've done. None of them are that expensive and all of them are easy to do. Right, let's just pull in here. So here's the bike, and I'm going to go through some of the modifications and some of the stuff I've done to the bike. None of it is that expensive. The first mod I did was the airbox mod, which is absolutely free. There are videos online on YouTube. Go and check those out. I haven't done one, but there are videos on that online, so you can check that out, how to do the airbox mod, and it just frees it up, makes it breathe a little bit better, and that is 100% free. Right, now starting from the front to the back, I'll go through some of the mods. I've changed the indicators for these guys here. They're just little LED ones that go on the front. I've also put a cross member in the handlebars. These are the standard Honda GROM handlebars, but I've just put this in just to shore it up, make it a little bit stronger. I've got the RAM mount for when I put my phone on there, or GPS if I need it. Not that I ever go that far on this thing to use a GPS. GoPro mount for the camera facing me. I've changed the brake and clutch levers for these two adjustables. They're supposed to pivot up when it falls over, but they've stopped pivoting. They did when I first bought it, but they don't anymore. I've also changed the mirrors to these foldy ones, which are handy for in traffic. I've also got the tank bag. It's a plastic tank, so you can't get a magnetic one, so you have to get a strap on. That's what she said. I talk some shit sometimes. And I've got this Tiger performance exhaust. It's carbon fibre. It is a full system that goes front to back, and it sounds absolutely wonderful. I do love it, and it helps you out and about with people noticing you're there, because it's such a small bike. People don't even know you're there half the time. I've also changed up the back. I took off that hideous rear mudguard and put this RNG tail tidy on with the LED indicators and a slightly smaller number plate, because with the original number plate it looked ridiculous, so I've done that. I've also got the GoPro mount on the back. Apart from that, I haven't done anything. All these things are cheap. The most expensive was the exhaust, but all the rest is quite cheap. I've also sticker bombed it just to make it a bit personal. These are all the guys and girls that I've met over the years in various meetups that I've had the pleasure of riding with and hanging out with, so that's why I've got the stickers on there. They're all personal to me. To get the sticker on the bike, I have to have met you or had some interaction for so many years on the internet, so to speak. Not in a Tinder way, but in a YouTube sense. So that's the reason I've got all the stickers on there. It's a personal thing to me. But let's crack on with this video, the 5 things I love about the Honda GROM. We've still got one more to go, so I'm going to tell you that while we're riding down the little lanes down here. And that brings me on to number 5, the top one on my list, and I would put this as the top one on my list, and the main reason I bought the Honda GROM, and that is the smiles per miles, the happiness, the joy, the fun. Everything that comes with owning a GROM is pure joy. There is nothing bad about it when it comes to making you feel good. It is a really feel good bike. Everyone loves a GROM. People will stop in the street, they will have a look, they will give you the thumbs up. Everyone will talk to you about it. It's that type of bike, and when I get on it I can't help but enjoy myself. You can't have a bad time on a Honda GROM. It's just impossible. It is such a happy place to be. If I'm feeling down, a little bit depressed, just jump on the Honda GROM and everything is alright with the world again. It is a really funny place to be. I enjoy myself so much on this. I have never enjoyed myself so much on a bike as I do on this. And it just goes to prove it's nothing to do with power, specs, image, anything. You can have a laugh on any bike, and this, the Honda GROM, the main reason I bought it is it's bloody brilliant at making you laugh. So I will end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comments section below. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, all that other stuff that you need to do. I'm going to grab a coffee at Box Hill now. I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.